This is the American Rebellion. My name's Jerry. How y'all doing? Uh, we got Larry Burns. We got Jimmy Collins. We got Jolene. Here. What's that? I'm an entertainer by heart or something. Anyway, I'm here with Nick. Matt is in a van down under a bridge by Franklin is here. How you doing, Franklin? Good to see you again. Stephen Tolliver on break. That's nice. All right, so let's see. What do we got? DK Smith. How y'all doing? How's it going, DK? Nick, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. Nice sunny day. Like too cool for my bones. A little bit windy, but I'll survive. And it's supposed to be a nice weekend all weekend. And I finally got a roofer lined up for tomorrow to come and fix my damn roof.
Atticus found sleeves. Yeah, I had to put on pants and a t-shirt and everything today. It's a little chilly this morning. Franklin says hi, Nikki Young.
Hey,
Uh,
Franklin.
yeah, it was. I woke up. It's just a bit chilly, so uh, must be cold in Florida. Yeah, yeah, Larry. It was 52 this morning. That's uncalled for.
That's freezing. It's freezing around here in the south.
Yeah, well, actually, we do get down in the 20s, which is just completely unacceptable. Uh, but last night I went to bed. It was I don't know what the degrees were, but it was humid, and I was waiting for it because Nick said that it was cold in Louisiana, and it usually follows here. So uh, it came, and it never got up. I don't think it got to 70. So hell, 52.
Well, here either.
It's
It's like
shorts weather.
65, 80 was the highest.
Yeah, 52. That's shorts weather. Well, Larry, you can't. I'm sorry. You have made bad life decisions in living in Canada, but I live in Florida for a reason. I keep telling you that, Larry. You don't listen to me. It's 68 here. We're all going to freeze. Where are you at, DK? I thought Florida never really got cold. That's why you guys ended up with all the snowbirds. Oh, it gets cold.
I think DK's in Florida.
Yeah, I know, but where? Um, I mean, the lowest here I think was 19. Since we lived here 7 years. Um, in 20.
I actually got into single digits here.
Oh, never. Not since I've been here. That's what is it? We've been up here 7 years. I'm from down in South Florida. Yeah, we live in Chiefland, DK, Levy County. It's about 50, 55 miles southwest of Gainesville, almost to the Gulf. Um, Florida doesn't trust us. That's why they hide the keys out in the ocean. That was good, Eric.
Didn't Trump go? Was it Chiefland Trump went to not too long ago?
No, no,
Or somewhere around there.
no. Well, he could come to Chiefland, but
I thought it was somewhere around there.
it would take him an hour to get here from the airport. I guess he could land in Gainesville. So, uh, I just, I'm against the cold weather. That's it. I don't know. My hands freeze up. Everything hurts. It's no good. It's no good at all. All right, so listen to this. I go to look for a truck today because I figured I need tires. The truck's dirty. It's probably time to get a new one. Plus, we can't really afford the payment that much, although we do make it every month, and I'll make it again this month. But so I'm always looking, and I go, I find this truck, I go to look, I go in. The girl comes out, is supposed to sell it to me. I swear to you, she looked like she was 16. She's wearing leggings, according to my. Yeah, this ain't gonna go. It's the worst dealership in fucking town. I swear to God, we got three of them. So anyway, I just walked
She started
away.
that morning, I guess.
I don't know. She didn't know where the truck was, and it was a Chevy, 1500, and she didn't know where it was. She had to ask. Everything inside me is saying, "Run away, run away, run away," but I waited until she came out after 10 minutes when they finally did find the truck and told me they're having problems with the key, and I'm like, "Okay, never mind." It's like, okay.
That's the main part of the vehicle. Right?
Yeah, pretty
It
much.
starts.
Pretty much. I just got in my truck and drove out. It is literally, the local Napa Auto Parts, which carries damn near everything, will not deliver to them because the owner won't pay them. So it's like, maybe it's time. Tina Scott is here. Let's see. So there you go. So, and he's been everywhere. I've been watching. I watched a couple of his rallies the last over the weekend, basically. And he's like 2, 3 times a day. I don't know. I'd need a nap.
Yeah, he's on his third one right now, Rochester, Minnesota.
Yeah, well, they're trying hard
He's
for
been all over the
Minnesota.
damn place.
They're trying hard for Minnesota because Keith Ellison basically told them they couldn't come into the state due to the COVID rules. Apparently, riots and protesters are good, but the COVID, we can't have that with a political rally. Further chance to buy
Now
a
I
vehicle.
think he will follow their rules and keep the crowd to
What, 50,000? I'm sure there's a
no,
good place to buy a
250.
vehicle.
I think it's 250 people.
Yeah, I heard that. Well, Franklin, to tell you the truth, I, I live in a very rural area and it's hours to get to any of these other ones. And for some reason, they seem to think all trucks are made of solid gold and platinum. So there's 100,000 miles are even too damned expensive. But, you know, onward we search. We'll be going to the MAGA Trump rally tomorrow evening in Butler, Pennsylvania. Well, good for you, Stephen. That's good. I haven't been to one yet. I'd like to go, but I don't want to go without the wife, and she can't go. We were supposed to go vote today, and we didn't. So either we're doing it Monday, or I guess we're going to just drive up because we got to drive, or just wait till Tuesday and run up the road. Alan McMillan is here, who survived a hurricane over the weekend in, I believe, Mississippi, if it is. Thanks for checking on me, Jerry. You know how much that means to me. Well, I love you, Alan. That's why. You weren't married, I'd probably be dating you. You know that. But no problem, Alan. After your roof ripped off and you left, we were just kindness. Because Nick somehow refuses to take one for the team because it hits Louisiana every friggin' time. I don't know what the problem is. It's like it's begging them to make us famous.
Oh, oh, we've had every inch of the Louisiana coast from Texas to Florida hit by a fucking hurricane this year. 5 of them.
Yeah, at least. That was like a few years ago. 5 of them hit Florida. different. The thing is, when they hit Louisiana, it's kind of concentrated because Louisiana on the Gulf ain't that big. It gets bigger as it goes up. So
Right.
those people are screwed, man. Do they have drive-through voting yet? I heard they did somewhere, but I don't know exactly where. Not here. I will tell you this: South Florida, which is highly, highly Democratic. I mean, you got Miami with all the Cubans, and you got Broward County, which has Fort Lauderdale, two of the bigger counties in the state, which the Democrats normally win. Um, they're saying that the Republican turnout is bigger than the Democratic turnout. The county where I live has set a record for voter turnout. Um, I don't know what kind of record it is, but there's probably only 30, 40, 50,000 people living in, I don't know. But best man at my wedding wants Biden. Can't explain it, but I gave him 2-for-1 bet. Trump wins. It sounds like you have an out of your marriage there. That seems like a loophole there, Larry. Well, I can't buy a $2,000 truck here, Franklin, because my wife would never get to the doctors. Can't have a $2,000 truck. It's dependable, or very dependable. And as much as I don't like this truck, and I got ripped off with it and everything else, it is that. Nick has had a belly full of hurricanes this year, but he didn't have to send me one. Well, Nick likes to share. You know that, Alan. He enjoys
Hey, it
sharing.
was your turn, Alan.
Yeah, Nick likes to share. It's fun. It's a fun thing. So DK had to leave.
We'll give it first.
Said the video was buffering. Sorry to hear that, DK. It's always nice to see new faces on here. Um, let me try Matt again. Maybe the guy across the road got him.
Yeah, his old crazy neighbor might have got it.
Matt has a nutty neighbor who's not well in the head. I need another truck. I really do, because I can't afford this one. But the problem was I had to get rid of my wife's car. When she got sick, my credit went to hell. And I had to get rid of my wife's car. And the only way to get rid of my wife's car was to get rid of my truck at the same time. So I was able to get rid of both of them, have them paid off, and get this one. And, whatever. Is Matt picking blueberries? Oh, there he is. How you doing, Matt?
Hey, medication. Yeah, he was muffled at first. Oh, okay. Here you now. A little low, but weird.
You got your headphones on?
He left.
Okay.
Sounded like he was in a barrel or
Yeah,
or something.
I'm not sure he had his earplugs in or whatever. His Beats, man. He didn't have his Beats in.
you'd have learned a, yeah, you think you'd have learned a routine by now.
Yeah. Um, if you read between the lines of Joe Biden's promises, not only is he withholding the cure for cancer, he's also withholding the end of the pandemic till he's elected. Yeah. Uh, so you had two car notes basically, and you couldn't make the two car notes, so you went down to getting one. No, really, the problem was my wife was unable to drive, and and the car was only $200 a month. But why do I want a car that nobody's ever going to drive? You know, and it was like one or the other had to go, and the car we owed too much on, so I just got rid of both of them. What kind of truck did you get? I got a 15 Dodge Tradesman, which is their lowest end truck. And I ain't complaining about that. I'm complaining about getting ripped off and not having no warranty is what I'm complaining about. Because if it breaks down, it's amazing how complicated these vehicles are these days.
In the reception.
There you go.
Oh, that's better, Matt.
Yeah, much better.
Hello.
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 Are you
Hello.
Are you muted?
Hello.
Check. Checks in the mail.
He can't. He can't hear us.
Can't hear us.
Yeah. I'd send him a Facebook message, but he won't get it.
Hello.
Hello.
Anybody there?
Hello.
I can't hear a damn thing.
That's your problem.
Yeah. Maybe you're just deaf. Let's make fun of the deaf guy. James Beam is here.
I
Wow.
get no reception again. I don't know what's going on. It's every 5 minutes it's off. I don't know what's happening. If you can hear that.
Okay. We hear
So
you.
that global warming they're trying to kill in California,
Yeah.
killing the electricity, killing the sick. Yeah. Get the hell out.
I don't think he heard that.
Now, Nick, I can't even hear you. And usually I can hear you.
Right. Can you
All
hear
right.
me now? I can't hear. I can hear you fine.
He just said he didn't hear you, Nick, so I'm thinking no. I'm going to hang up and call you both back at the same time. How's that?
Every other word, all I can hear. I'm not hearing you any better than Jerry usually.
I hate Skype just for this reason. Just for this reason. Nick is here,
Okay.
so we're still calling Matt. Still calling Matt. Matt's trying to figure out who's calling. Okay, well, we may go without Matt tonight. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's see. James Beam is here, so we got that going for us. AMRAB, where the buffering is the enjoyable part of the show. I don't know what to tell you. My screen is very clear. Not that I look at myself much, but nevertheless. And Nikki, nice to see you to join us, Jim. Uh, it's good to see you after such a long time. How's the snake going?
How's Mac?
Max the snake. Franklin says, "Yeah, you're not us." Oh, here we go. Do you hear us?
Matt, you here?
I'm here.
How you
I
doing?
hear
Oh,
All
thank
right, cool.
Yeah, for the moment.
God. All right.
Well, you sound
Momentarily.
like you've been running out in the field somewhere to get some reception.
No, I don't know what it is. I'm about to start pitching a bitch. This has like been 2-3 days in a row to AT&T maybe tomorrow. See what the fuck is going on here.
Oh, there's your problem right there, AT&T.
Yeah, we had AT&T here for phones. They wouldn't work at all here. And I don't think AT&T actually. I don't remember if they have satellite internet here or not. I don't know. Deborah Cole is here. James Beam says all my Dave accounts are in jail. Well, you're a bad person, James. That's as simple as that gets. Is there no more Thursday nights? I looked.
No,
No.
but it's got to be. It's got to be something going on because I never have bad reception. I've never. I mean, this is like the first time it's been like this.
You can actually go to a website called Down Detector, and you can pick your cell phone service, and it will tell you where there's outage.
Yeah, it's like what we got. We can go there.
Unless
and
they're
everything.
working on some fucking towers or something. I don't know. I don't. Maybe who knows?
Or the towers are burning down somewhere.
No, it could be. Along with Matt's rental house. Max the boa constrictor is doing fine. He's over 20 pounds and 8 foot long now. I don't really see that as a good thing when it's living in your house there, James, but I'm very proud of you.
I don't see that as doing fine there. There seems to be a problem to me. It's not fine.
Yeah. We have made an appointment to take my little kitty to the Rainbow Bridge on Monday. I'm sorry to hear that. We've lost 2 this year. Dogs. I'm ready for 2020 to be over with, I think. This has just been the most insane year I've ever seen. Decided to wait till
Yeah,
Tuesday.
it's time to get the
Yeah, I don't know.
fuck over with this nonsense.
Yeah.
It might all end on November 4th. We'll see. Maybe.
Well, it won't be any better one way or the other. I don't believe.
Decided to wait till Tuesday to
Oh, there'll
vote.
be more rioting and looting one way or the other.
Yeah. Here, Walmart took all, they actually did too here, took all the guns and ammunition out of stock because of the rioting.
Oh, yeah.
They did it here. I don't know why. I can't imagine there being a riot in Chiefland, but they did.
Yeah, they should brick over all the fucking entryways for the
Yeah.
election in every fucking store.
They're all going to, well, they have places that they're boarding up and trying to save their business. They know it's going to happen.
Yep. Well, they've come out and said it. There's groups all over Minnesota.
Oh, but if old Joe wins, it'll be rioting in the name of joy and happiness. Will be rioting, Trump wins, they'll just be pissed. Have an opportunity.
Yeah, if Biden wins, it'll be a celebration where everybody must get their own gifts for free. Uh, my generator took a dump on me. It's puking gas, but the float and the needle valve are good. I'm at a loss of what else to do besides replacing the carburetor. We've got a leak somewhere. Carburetor, if you look it up on Amazon, is pretty cheap, and if you've got Prime, you can get it the next day, Alan. And eBay, they're pretty cheap too. And as you know, they're not hard to replace. Well, I have my reticulated python into the vet for the second time. His name is Butkus. Butkus, the reticulated python. Oh, good. Now we got two weirdo snake guys here. But he's doing well. They gave me some more meds for the eye infection.
Now, how do you know when the snake needs to go to the vet? What is the telltale signs? They don't do much in the first.
I guess it,
I'm going to buy myself a boa constrictor one day. I have a reticulated python. Franklin, don't be a weirdo snake guy. Let's see.
Why? Do you want a belt? Just go buy a belt.
Had a briefcase in the parking garage with legal papers and $6,000. He turned it over to that was in the briefcase. Huh. Cool.
wow. Somebody didn't need the money.
What gave a briefcase? Made a briefcase out of a snake? What?
Some homeless guy, Stephen Tolliver, said some homeless
Okay.
guy found his briefcase with legal papers and $6,000 in it, and he turned it into the cops, and the owner got it and gave him the $6,000. So, and we got two people now that are like kindred
You know what?
spirits.
That pissed me off today. I went down to the liquor store today, and there's usually an old black dude. He's like a homeless fuck. And I had $5 on one of my lottery ticket that I fucking scratched out the other day, and I put it in my shirt pocket. I was like, if he's down there, I'm gonna give him this $5. But I put on a different shirt, and I went. He was there. He's like, "Hey man, you got any change?" I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Oh, this is the wrong fucking shirt, man." I said, "Damn it! I was gonna hook you up."
And put on his lucky shirt, right?
You couldn't take $1 out of your wallet?
Carried any money on me in fucking years, at least 2, 3. No cash money.
Okay. Top fan Franklin is your Reddick. We got James Bean and Franklin talking about snakes now. They're kindred spirits. Maybe they should live together. Bring all their snakes home as one big happy weird family. James Bean wants to know, is your retic a normal or a morph? I'm beginning to wonder about you there, James.
Well, this sounds like we're getting into the scientific realm, which we know this is my forte.
In this show. He's an orange ghost stripe albino. Stephen Tolliver's another one. He's got snakes. I forgot. They're like 50 foot long, and they got their own room. My snakes eat once every 2 weeks. That's great. Y'all need to stop the snake talk before Matt unzips and
No,
joins in.
the thing you got to ask Stephen
Just what we need.
Tolliver is what doesn't he have? That's all.
Yeah, it'd be a shorter list. So let's see. Eric's cat is 20 years old. Holy shit, that's an old motherfucking cat right there. Man, that sucks. Have something around for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like that,
Quite.
you know, and they get old, man. You know, that's the biggest joke that the powers that be played on humans with
Yeah, I
making
used
dogs
to
live
live
less time.
in this
than-
apartment. The people next door had this old horse, Whitey.
Old horse Whitey. Okay. That's probably racist, but that's fine.
But it was so old. When he walked, his fucking knee joint sounded like a fucking door that needed oil. It was awful.
Oh, geez, send him to the glue factory already.
There's many things I don't have from Stephen Tolliver. Well, you do have too many tractors. You are tractor rich, and I am tractor poor. And when we get off this show, I'm gonna go look up tractor socialism and see if I can't make you give me
Yeah.
one.
And kids.
My
And
last
kids too, right?
my last kitty died at
Yeah,
22.
you got 100 kids, 100 collect everything in the world.
Oh, sorry, I don't care for snakes. I appreciate people that do have them. From Tina Scott. Jesus, she's practicing to be a politician. I have training Monday on new voting machines, then election Tuesday. So as usual, till after this is done, I'll be in and out. That's all right, Deborah. We'll probably be on Tuesday night, I would think. I don't know what time. We'll have to discuss it over the weekend, I guess. But I'd like to see what happens at the end. But that's, depending. People got to go to work Wednesday, all that shit. It's hard to stay on real late.
Oh, we'll never know for weeks probably because the way the Democrats are trying to fuck this all up, extend, mail-in ballots, counting, and all that bullshit.
Could be that the Supreme Court had a lot to do with that bullshit too. Justice Liberal Roberts. Unreal.
Yeah, he decided not to vote on it until afterwards,
Here's what
until after the election.
here's what I don't get. I mean, we've had 4 years since the last election, and the COVID's been going on 7, 9 months, whatever it's been. You're telling me people can't have a fucking plan, and they're waiting until the day of the election to request their freaking ballot so they can vote? That's just ridiculously stupid. That's a Democratic bullshit like voter ID is racist and illegal aliens pay taxes lie. I think it will be a blowout. I actually believe the same thing at this point, Deborah. There's just too many indicators. South Florida, as I said in the beginning of the show, is outpacing, Republicans are outpacing Democrats in voting. How that turns out, I don't know, but it looks like it's going to, if he wins South Florida also, that's an amazing feat. Although not as amazing when you realize that they
Well, you see,
literally
that's part of the
heckled and booed Nancy
that's part
Pelosi
the
out of Miami.
subterfuge.
No, just Miami. Pelosi went down there, and Miami, the people in Miami actually heckled and booed her out of town. So Pelosi has done a lot to help Trump get reelected. I'm more worried about the House and the Senate, especially the Senate, because there's going to be more judges, and in 4 years it could be one or two of the older Supreme Court judges retire before Trump gets out of office. No one is going to use the machine.
Well, the whole polling shit is part of the subterfuge. That they gotta make everybody think that the poll is close between Trump and Biden, because in their efforts to fucking rig the election in favor, they wouldn't be able to swallow the fact that Biden get elected somehow, but you know, it's fucking
It makes,
propaganda.
I don't know.
They got to make you believe it's close, so that if he somehow they can pull off the fucking scam, that people will swallow it.
Yeah, then it looks plausible. You know, but they're gonna find a warehouse full of voter ballots for Biden after the fact. You know how that works, or if somebody's Trump had them.
Well, I don't know. I still worry about the House and the Senate. Because everybody worries about the president. People don't worry about the House and the Senate.
Yeah,
They are equally important, because you can see with not having the House how fucked up shit's been. Deborah Cole
controls the president.
Deborah Cole says some are predicting over 300. He had 300, over 300 last time. I got to tell you, Minnesota's setting records. Republicans v. Democrats. Michigan is setting records. Florida is setting records. Pennsylvania is setting records. North Carolina is setting records. A lot of these states are setting records, and the Republicans are ahead in many of them as far as going in and voting, early voting. And they're saying the Democrats are getting nervous because the Democrats are not seeing the voter turnout that they had once seen. I hope so.
But I will say, Trump and Biden, like yesterday and today, they're spewing like the same speech. You could just switch the name of the city. They're reading off the script. He's got one goddamn quip that he won't get rid of. It's telling us we have to learn to die with the COVID. We're gonna learn to live with it. We gotta learn to die with it. Whatever he said. He keeps fucking spewing that out every fucking time. Every time he stops somewhere.
Yeah, but in the end, I think you're right. First of all, I've watched a couple of them. Basically, keep saying the same thing, but I haven't watched the Biden rally because I haven't needed anything to go to take a snap with. But you look at the amount of people, it's ridiculous. I mean, like I was in Michigan or wherever the hell, Minnesota, wherever they were, it was like 12 below zero, and there was like 10,000 people waiting for him to show up at an airport or something. I mean,
But yeah, the only funny thing I saw the last Biden one, some dude had like one of them old bicycle horns with the whole time. She was starting to get pissed off. It was like it was like
a clown horn.
Somewhere close too. It's fun. Yeah. No, like the little the horn you'd have on your bike that had the black plastic.
Right. That's the
rubber bulb on it.
The bulb on it. Yeah, clowns used to use that. It was a little squeaky kind of shit.
yeah. Yeah. To South Florida to drum up the black vote. Michael, why didn't they send a black woman? That would have been helpful. Well, but I don't know. I think he's done. I think he's done too much good, and the Democrats. I don't. I. I think that's what they're doing, especially black people and Hispanic, because they don't do anything for them. Nothing. They did nothing. So
They just keep piping it in that black people love Joe and Kamala, but they don't. They don't.
no.
They just want you to believe they don't love Kamala. They know she's a fucking piece of shit.
Yep.
They know Joe's a piece. They all know it, but they
Yep.
want you to believe it.
The only people voting for them
Yeah.
are ones that just hate Trump so badly for whatever the reasons, the tweets, the name call, whatever it is. The things they think they know because they saw a YouTube video, that kind of shit. They're voting for Biden and Harris. And there's not going to be any change in their mind because Trump is horrible. He's embarrassed us in front of the world. He's done this, he's done that. It's like, you know what? Pakistan people, he's going to win. Let's see. They have a crowd of liberal lefties camping on the White House lawn to make sure Trump leaves when Biden is elected. Yeah, I heard about that. Obviously, two things: snipers on the roof. That's one. And two, January 20th is when transition power takes
Yeah,
place.
really.
So wear something warm. Yep, because it gets cold in Washington, D.C. Joe Biden is so Biden campaign 3 states too: stated denial, unconsciousness, and confusion. Yep.
Not really.
I shared a video earlier.
They really believe that they could make Trump. They could get Trump out of the White House. Whoever's camping out there, they really believe they could accomplish that. Even if he wouldn't leave, they really think they could, precipitate him leaving somehow. I don't think so.
There's this group.
That might even be a better fucking TV show than the fucking election.
There's this group in Minnesota that is going to be directing a lot of the traffic the day of and after the election. They are basically, the article said they're not going to be surprised if there's looting and rioting. They're not going to be surprised if cities fill up with protesters, and there is just nothing but civil unrest. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump sent in the military to shut it down. Especially if he wins, that's what's going to happen.
And if he does, I would say do it with a whole fucking heart on. Go all in with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No rubber bullets.
No. I'm telling you, folks, this is what it's going to take at this point. This has been going on for 3 years now, and it needs to stop. I mean, this guy with the knife that the cops shot, I saw the video. Everybody else saw the video. Now, I don't know, all the ins and outs of it or anything else, but just from the video, I don't care how mentally deranged that guy was. Obviously, if he was chasing cops around with a fucking knife, but he got shot for a reason, and it was a good one. Our government.
Bullshit. People are yelling, "Oh, he's mental. He's mental." No shit.
Yeah.
He's running the cops with a fucking knife. That's pretty fucking mental.
I
All
would.
the more
We already know this. I mean, what the fuck are you trying to tell me?
I mean, what do these leftist liberals expect to happen? They got cops going to walk up to him and hug it out while he's stabbing them, because the bulletproof vest does not stop a knife. There's too many seams in it. Okay, and it only takes one. That's just the way that is. This guy needed to be shot. He needed, I mean, he had every medication. That's not their problem. You know,
And the funny thing is, the cops ran away from for like 30. It looked like the Keystone cops.
Yep.
They're running away from
Yep.
around the cars for like 30 seconds before they shot him.
yeah,
I mean, they're so bloodthirsty. He kept fucking chasing them.
yep.
I mean, what the fuck you want him to do?
Well, in the end, there's somebody right now trying to get these two guys charged. You can bet on it. It's just the way it is.
Oh, you
Shot him,
probably
now
have
Johnson
that
jail.
fucking Crump dude. Chomping at the fucking bit for this case.
You know, they got the National Guards coming to Philadelphia now because you know, the robbing and the looting of the Walmarts and the CVSs and so on and so forth, and the small businesses and everything else, and destroying this and destroying a TV station because they reported on people being arrested at the riots. This is all in the name of social justice, really?
Oh yeah, I saw this one dude brought a. He's so upset that he's bringing a fucking hand truck to fucking carry shit out.
Yeah.
He gives a fuck about whoever they killed. It's a
what-
joke, man.
what
Other
motherfucker's
dudes
got
are
a
bringing
micro-
cards and
A
fucking
washing
dollies
machine
and all
or a
that.
dryer or something. I think one of them got a washing machine.
I like the guy. Did you see the video of the guy who was looting and they looted from him? I guess it was easier than going in the store. They just stole his fucking shit. People are getting in car
Oh,
wrecks.
good. Yeah, you brought it up for me. Hey, why not? Fuck it.
You talk about Carla there. Carla at its best.
I don't know. It's just none of this is social justice. This is free shit. And let's have a good time.
Maybe you know what I mean. He's prepared for
I don't
an
know.
opportune moment.
I don't know.
This is a joke.
It is. It is.
This is like opportunism. They don't give a fuck who this guy's. I don't even know what his name is. I don't give a fuck what his name is. Or if he was mental, dude, what, like, hold out his medicine for him while he's, coming at me with a knife and tell him to take it? Or this is almost in the beginning, and forget it. Kill all of them. All the people with goddamn camera phones and everything. Just kill them all so there's no record of it.
Oh, it's getting to that point where everybody's that way. It was a kid, probably Nick. I don't know. I don't know about Louisiana, but it was still legal in some places to shoot looters. There'd be signs up everywhere: looters will be shot. Like in the '60s when they were having riots everywhere. That's right.
Well, look down here in Louisiana, whether you have a sign or not.
This is in Florida.
Oh, Jerry, there was no such thing as homelessness. They were called loiterers. They would usually get slapped around by the cop and say, "Get the fuck out of here." There's no fucking encampments on the fucking streets or nothing.
Man, all I know is in Florida, the The weird thing about Florida is the further north you go, the more south you get. Okay, because South Florida is like very liberal and big cities and that kind of shit. But the further north you get, it gets to places like where I live, and I'd say probably anywhere about Orlando or someplace like that. Up here, they pull that shit, there'd be 3 or 4 dead every night. You know, so I don't know. I actually believe a lot of this shit.
Well,
should
we've been
have
having
handled.
our share of homicides here too. Looking for criminals and shit.
It just seems.
We're such a small place.
Yeah.
You know, a city of like 12,500 people.
Yeah. It's just. It should have been handled a while ago. All right. I mean, I don't know what the president's power is to remove a governor. It probably doesn't have a lot, but I have to tell you that these Democratic governors and the mayor, they re-voted to take 12 million away until after the election, so that the people can have their say, which is a political move all the way because none of them wanted to do it. People, cops and letting cops go. They don't have enough of them already. They have less now, and people are starting to get pissed. There is no way at this point in juncture in time that you can defund the cops and send social workers out on jobs that the cops are supposed to do. And you know what? If you want to act like an ass in a domestic situation to the cop and you get shot, fuck you. Okay, you get pulled over by the cop for speeding or no tail light or no driver's license, and you want to shoot at the cop and you get killed, fuck you. Okay, none of this shit is major crap. You pay your fines, you go to the fucking school, you lose the points off your license, you do whatever you got to do, and fuck you. Fuck you.
At least you're not 60.
Well, Jerry, Jerry, it's not usually as simple as that.
Sure.
Because they usually have outstanding warrants for more serious things that they don't want to fucking deal with. And that's how it escalates to the extreme.
Either way, you know what? Here, it's like the old saying, Beretta, whatever. You don't want to do the time, don't do the crime. Very simple. Okay, if you're a scumbag drug dealer wanted in 4 states, that's your
Like,
Well,
fault.
now it's if you don't want to do the time, you get shot.
Yeah, you have to understand something. No parent wants.
So the guy with the
tough
knife,
fucking
that
shit.
gas shot, there's a big complaint that the cops didn't have tasers. Well, there's a reason for that. The police department or police organization around there had budgeted, so many hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to be able to provide tasers, and they cut the fucking budget by like $9 million to the police department. So they couldn't buy the goddamn equipment.
That's right.
There you have it.
Yep. This was gone into with absolutely no knowledge of police work whatsoever by a bunch of fucking people that the only thing they do is talk. And what they're talking and the bullshit coming out of their mouth is just nothing. 16 homicides in Pittsburgh this week alone, from Stephen Tolliver. Well, you have to there was that many in Chicago, I think, Wednesday or Thursday or something. Well, you have to understand something. No parent wants to ever see their child as a bad person. Raise them better. It's simple as that. Raise them better.
Sometimes the parent needs to see the truth.
Yeah. And, I've been watching a lot of these videos on these outbursts in court. I mean, the families are fighting, and the defendant is fighting, and it's like, this is why right here. Our idiot county judge tried to shut El
Well,
Paso down on.
not to be degenerate or anything, but I think a lot of these parents see fucking dollar signs when something happens. That's
It's not
seems to be
degenerate.
one of the motivating factors.
It's not degenerate. That is the that's been the track record. Let's just go from Trayvon Martin and forward from there. I mean, every one of these people have gotten a big payout from whatever city they reside near. Michael Brown not only mother got a payout, he
Yeah,
got a fucking
and their
plaque.
kid is still buried. So
Mhm.
what difference did all that money make?
That's right. Well, apparently it softened the blow because they didn't seem to mind making money off of their dead kid, which tells you a lot about the parent. You know, they're still trying to prosecute them two people with the guns out there. And I was at St. Louis. I also understand that they failed to be parents when it was most
St.
important.
Louis.
Yeah, wouldn't get so their son wouldn't get involved. Yeah, that's actually very true. I don't agree with Eric ever, but that is exactly true. I mean, at some point, the parents have to take responsibility, and I think that's half the problem. They don't want to take responsibility for their son or daughter for being fucked up. Um, let's see. Deborah just said something. Our idiot
Are
count.
responsible for their own act.
No. Our attorney general told him to cease and desist. Good. Good. I feel that's wrong. Sorry. I read that wrong. Oh, I read that wrong. So did I, Jimmy. Filed suit against the judge. All right, people. The lockdowns are a joke. Especially, I mean, what? Walmart can be wide the fuck open. No masks, no nothing. And even when they did have masks, they didn't enforce it. But you can't go to a bar. You can't have Thanksgiving dinner with more than three families. Um, really? I bet California, there's going to be massive Thanksgiving blowouts just to say fuck you to the governor.
Well, nobody even listens to this fucker about anything. I mean, you got to do it in stores and everything, but people don't. They're not going like, "Oh fuck, I can't have people come." Nobody thinks about it. They don't give a fuck about it. It's not gonna happen.
How many McDonald's workers have been tested? I don't know, but I read an article today saying that now shopping grocery store employees are spiking. Okay. At this point, you go home and one of two things happen. You feel like shit for a few days and then you get better because they give you whatever, or you have no symptoms whatsoever and you feel fine. I mean, very few people are dying.
Apparently, we're having Ray and Christine come down to this evening to stay for the weekend from Santa Barbara. Um, so I might have to test them.
Yeah. Dr. Matt. Uh, you know, it's just, Cuomo is now blaming Trump for all the COVID deaths in New York and everywhere else because he lied. I'm like, at some point, yeah, when do you put the blame on yourself for blowing out people's lungs with your fucking respirators and putting people in, the aged homes and stuff that where there could be no hope for anybody. LeBron James is demanding a victory parade for the Lakers. They can't have family for Thanksgiving yet his ass is getting a parade. Yeah. And what about the Dodgers? The poor guy goes through the whole season, gets the COVID, can't play in the last game. He comes out to celebrate, and now everybody hates him. I'm like, wow.
I remember a victory parade, air quotes. Was it? I think it was for the Lakers way back when they destroyed the fucking city and burned it down because the Lakers won.
Yeah. Oh, they were doing that the night the Lakers won. There was riots.
Right.
No, they did that in Detroit. They did in Chicago. Same difference when they won. Basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything is an excuse to riot and loot and burn shit down.
There was a single black mother dragging her kid away from a BLM protest on Tuesday here in Pittsburgh, yelling at him, "You ain't never been oppressed by nobody but me, you little bitch." Yeah, see that? And I know that the liberals don't like that
Well, I'll
kind
tell
of
you,
parenting, but it's parenting.
The Pittsburgh police force and the Cincinnati police force, they don't fuck around. And the New Orleans police force, I've seen them in action before too.
Oh,
they don't
no.
fuck around either.
Hell no, they won't fuck around.
Yeah,
Especially the one on the horses. They will fuck you up.
logo on the pitcher's mound refusing to play the national anthem. Let me ask you this, sir. You're a young guy, you're playing in a Major League Baseball, you're a pitcher, and you get up on the mound and see that, are you going to quit? Because believe me, not all of them believe in that. Brett came out yesterday or the day before. Rappers are starting to come out. A lot of high-end people are starting to come out for Trump. They're tired of this shit, and they just come out and say it. They don't care anymore. But I mean, if your job is a baseball player, are you going to quit in the middle of the game, or quit before the game, or quit before the season because they're going to do that? A lot of these guys are not. You can tell when they do play the national anthem, and you see actually pictures of it before an NFL game. There's a lot of people that stand with their hand over their heart. The one guy who kneeled for the Dallas Cowboys, Dontari Poe, I think his name is. He was a defensive end or tackle. They just cut him because not only was he one of those kneelers, he was a fat fuck who wasn't playing worth a damn and wouldn't do anything to get himself into shape.
Well, apparently, their old Dak Prescott, or whatever his name is, he going to be kneeling for quite a while.
Not that he was any good when he wasn't kneeling. Cowboys suck. A lot of that has to do with their owner, to be honest. But Dak Prescott is an exciting quarterback, but like most exciting quarterbacks that do a lot of running around and so forth, people start to get you figured out. And when you don't have the linemen and the game plan for that particular skill set, that is nothing. Daniel Rio, I'm all for peaceful protest, whether it be alt-right, left, or BLM or whatever, but a lot of these people don't believe in the cause of anything. They just don't, just to fit in, all a novelty act, and it's sad. I agree with you 100%. I don't particularly agree with protesting, but then I don't run out and go protest. However, I believe in people's right to protest. I'm just not going to go to any of them because they don't accomplish anything. They don't. Because in the end, all you're going to do is be used by some politician.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know where Lehigh Acres is?
I've heard of it. I think it's down south.
Justin Garcia 30 years old, had landed himself in the Lee County Jail on September 27th on charges of aggravated battery following a heated argument over which is better, whole milk or almond milk. God. The sheriff's office were called to the scene after the disagreement between two cousins escalated from verbal to physical, according to court documents. Eventually ending when Garcia started cutting him on the torso. An uncle intervened and separated the two until deputies arrived, but the arrest complaint does not say which type of milk Garcia preferred.
The best and safest protest is done by voting. Voting, intelligent voting, not just voting for somebody's name. Florida. This is why this state can be really a
And
mess.
some people should have to pass an IQ test to vote. But you have to pass a driving test to drive.
Yeah.
That is menial compared to voting.
Yeah. Because
You might have to pass some sort of test to live in Florida, according to all the shit that goes on there.
the thing about voting,
Oh my God,
the
this is
thi-
like the insane asylum in the United States.
the thing about voting is this. It may be your vote, all right? That's fine. However, your vote around you. And you should remember that. Because you say you vote for Trump, and your next door is a flaming liberal but owns a business and becomes exceedingly wealthy. A very small part of that wealth was caused by you because you voted for the guy who helped him help himself become rich. Think about that. Voting is an awesome responsibility because it is your vote, but it does affect everyone around you. So you're voting for Joe Biden, who is obviously in the tank for China, and somebody from China takes your job, or you can't find any good products at Walmart because they're all from China. American companies are going out of business, and your property taxes are being raised because the city can't afford to do all its bullshit, liberal schemes without doing it. There you go. Okay. You got to vote. And most of the times, you got to vote with some fucking common sense.
Well, we have another Florida man and that crazy shit here too.
Okay. Okay.
Go.
We're waiting.
In Largo, Florida.
Largo?
I'm sure everybody knows where that is. Larry Stuthers, 41, and Jason Rappa, 31, were arrested in Largo and allegedly charged of strong arm robbery after allegedly stealing a prosthetic leg. He said they were called the victim.
You're breaking up.
I didn't hear a word of that.
Document said
You're breaking up.
they stood there and laughed at him hopping around.
So some guy
So
stole.
they stole it right off the first.
Yeah. The FBI is investigating. They Biden wins,
Go ahead, Jerry.
he probably won't get indicted. That's how it will work. And he'll get to keep all his money and his houses
And
and
they
his
had two
cars.
Florida men.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that too. And two Florida men got caught creating some device to go into
Yeah.
mail drop-off box and pull fucking mail out of it. And whoever the hell their lawyer is said, this is menial shit. Why you worried about this? Basically, what he said. It's not going to change anything. Like, okay.
That's for Florida, though. We're on.
It's not tampering with post office.
It is. It's a federal crime. It's a felony federal crime.
Well,
But their lawyer says, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
well, that's Florida. We're on the leading cutting edge of crime technology. There you go. We're number one.
AKA stupidity.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Really, there's no such thing as a smart criminal.
You know what? We got to seal up the border of Florida. Just keep them all down there. It's all right.
Yeah, man, because there's
Let them sort it out. It's kind of like
there's no nut jobs in California. Man.
what was that movie? Escape from New York. Just wall the fucking place in.
There's
I can think of another state that needs to do that, Matt.
yeah,
California.
yeah, because I got to be
They're
honest.
fucking batshit crazy.
Matt's right. Right, there are no weird people in California, or stupid ones, or ones that just should never speak or breathe. Hey, Matt, the weirdest and wackiest shit happens in Cali. How about changing the area? There you go. Yeah, some of that wacky shit comes from Matty K himself with his catapults in the garage
Well,
and stuff.
That's just percentage wise because the population is bigger.
I
You're
wouldn't
going
think
to have
that.
more, wackos per, population wise. If the population is a lot larger, you know what I'm saying?
He sounds
40 million people in California, you got to have some weirdos.
he sounds like he's a politician,
But
doesn't he?
what's the level of weirdo? What's the level of weirdo going on between the two?
Well,
Ask Matt.
I don't know. We seem to concentrate it into Manson, fucks and the Night Stalker fuck and the Hillsides. Just you got real weirdos, but it does seem to filter out into half weirdo fuckers. You know what I mean?
Or your governor. That's about as weird as you get. That some bitch is crazy as hell.
Nancy Pelosi's nephew, or whatever the fuck he is, it's probably the only reason he got elected.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, Matt, California's a straight and narrow state, so. Tomorrow night we get an extra hour to eat leftover Halloween candy. Is Halloween tonight? I don't have a calendar here anymore.
Tomorrow. Actually, I saw a cop on my street this morning. He went flying down the street, parked at the end of the street. I went in the house, I told the wife, the fucking cop comes flying down the end of the street. She's like, what? Let's go out and see what happened. I haven't seen a cop on my street probably 5 years. I mean, they don't patrol here. I'm white. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're also racist, apparently. Trump may not be an angel and have skeletons in his closet, but people act like Biden walk on water, completely ignore his and his family's actions as biased. They both have their shortcomings, but you can't ignore one because you love the other. It's absolutely correct. And I honestly believe that Trump actually gives a shit about the American people and what they've had to go through for all of them. Even the liberals under Obama are too fucking stupid to realize what Obama really did to this country. Yeah. Now, when you look at the people in the streets rioting and protesting, and so the real protests, not the rioting. When you look at the frickin' people up there screaming about socialism, they're all young kids who know nothing. Okay, they know nothing. Right? And except what they've been taught in the liberal school systems and not have been taught at home about real life and budgeting money and not having enough and you're lucky you're eating tonight kind of shit. Most of our parents spent our entire childhoods worried shit to put food on the table and a roof over everybody's head and new clothes on their back once or twice a year or something like that. And we had no idea. Okay. So unless you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth, your parents are
Oh
struggling
yeah, it's
to keep
pretty
you
bad.
clothed. Yeah. So yeah, you're right.
Pretty bad.
It is.
Kids nowadays are. I got a $5 bill pinned up the fucking lottery ticket. $5 bill pinned up on the bullet board. I asked my son and my daughter to hot mop the kitchen and the big floor, the tile floor with the hot, the steam mop for $5. Neither of them wanted to do it. I'm like, fuck you.
Really? Well, what were they doing that was so important? Like video games or laying on the couch watching TV? What?
Nothing.
Less. Okay.
Yeah. Eating, probably.
Yeah, it sounds about like kids. That's why $5 if you mop this. There was go do this or I'm going to beat you. It was pretty simple. There weren't a lot of choices that you had to get confused over. There was either beating or do it. And either way, it was good.
Oh yeah, it would take 5 minutes. That's like $1 a minute. That's pretty good fucking pay.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I've lived with girls where they asked their kid to do something. She said, "How much are you going to pay me?" I'm like, if I ever asked my mother or father that, they just, you know what they told me? You'll be allowed to eat. That's what they told me. We had to wait for.
Well, same thing with the fucking dog we got. Like, dude, I'd like get him fucking breakfast, get him lunch. Okay, like half an hour. It doesn't happen. I'm like, goddamn, I'll do it myself. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, but well, okay. Franklin says, "Hell, for $5, if I was in town, I'd mop the damn thing." Daniel Rio says, as a person of color, Biden's policies have been more detrimental to us than Trump's has. They call him a racist, but I've never heard him say anything racist directly. Biden literally said, "You're not black if you don't vote for me." If Trump is a racist, he does a good job hiding it because he says exactly what's on his mind. I don't support neither, but Biden isn't a good solution to replace Trump. No. No. What is your main problem with Trump? I'm just curious, and I'm not trying to start a fight with you or anything like that, Danny. David Fowler is here. How you doing, David? Good to see you. Nick said they had to wait for income tax return to get new shoes. We used to get new shoes once, maybe twice a year. School came around, we get a few new clothes. We always ate. Well, I mean, but what a lot of kids don't realize is when they're eating macaroni and cheese and hot dogs, the cheap kind, that they love them and they think their parents are great for making them. It's because that's all they can afford. So, fighting is dang diabetes. Yeah, I got diabetes. I take pills. If President Trump is a
Yeah,
racist,
it kills me. My kids also, they go, they look in a refrigerator and they go, there's nothing to eat. I'm like, there's hamburgers in there I made yesterday. There's a fucking, broccoli chicken and fucking noodles in there. There's this, that. What are you talking about? There's nothing to fucking eat.
yeah. Well, all kids are like that. They, whatever it is that they have, just a kid. Um, but because that's all we could afford. I love biscuits and gravy. I would have loved eating biscuits and gravy all the time. I would have. But my mother's, instead of hamburger, because it went up to 10 cents a pound or some shit, she feed us liver, which was a horrible night for me because it always came with like spin house to wash it down or Brussels sprout. But we ate. We ate. Okay, and that's that. I just don't have faith in Trump because of his lack of political experience and how he sometimes flies by the seat of his pants. That's simple. His personal life and what he feels says has no bearing on my opinion. Yeah, I get that. It shouldn't. Well, in my opinion, whatever that's
But
worth.
what has he done in the last 4 years that you don't agree with? What has he done that has not been good for the country? He's been president for 4 years. What has he done that you don't agree with?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Middle East, killing terrorists, not Rocket Man. I always say, what has he done that has not been good for the country?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, record stock market. I mean, you name it, things like that. All these Democrats are getting from.
Yeah. In my opinion, it's been more ignoring the problems, much like in your situation where you probably need your check. If Trump could do it on his own, he probably would have already, but he can't. It's illegal. It's in the Constitution that the House and the Senate, the legislative branches deal with that. But I mean, there's a lot of other things. I think it's more to do with his not having the experience. It has less to do with that or dragging ass, this, that, and the other out. If you owned a business, you might notice all the regulations he got rid of. But if you don't, maybe you don't. Maybe you just see it in your job. It depends. I can't think of one thing he's done that's that bad for the country, other than if we had real people in the House and the Senate that actually gave a damn about American people instead of giving it to businesses. Because all these businesses do, it seems, is waste it and whatever. And if you're in a business that's that big that does not have a plan for any emergencies and expects the government to bail them out, you should go out of business. That's my opinion, of course, but I believe
Yeah,
that
that
to be
means they
true.
ran their business wrong. Especially if it was a long-term business that's been around a long time, and then all of a sudden they're going belly up. You miss.
Yep. I don't know. Everybody's talking about what they ate when they were a kid.
Well, what's a fucking talking point about Trump he's been, 4 years. I don't see a lot of, real problems that he's caused or any way, foreign or domestic. Well, of course, you're trying to, they're trying to blame him for domestic shit, but let's be realistic.
And he's a racist because he wants to protect the country, build the border. Presidents were doing the same damn thing. There was
So there was a lot more than a chain link fence. And anyone who's ever had a chain link fence, anyone's ever seen a chain link fence, anyone's ever heard of a chain link fence, know how it's easy to climb over the fucker, or you just get some bolt cutters and cut a hole in it and go. Boys, which would not have been possible since the Clinton administration. Right. When I was a kid, Hot Pockets was when we stuck a sparkler in someone's pockets and lit it. Yeah. Trump follows the Constitution, won't go beyond. Trump would push the Constitution out of the way if he thought he could.
They must have been rich if they had Hot Pockets. Damn.
No, they didn't have Hot Pockets. That's not what I said. I would say the biggest issue I would have with him in the last 4 years would be the handle of the coronavirus and the stimulus. I understand that Pelosi had a big hand in blocking that, but I believe his response to the virus could have been more swift. Other than that, I don't really have anything else I could say directly because I don't have all the info on all his policies, so it would be irresponsible for me to just say anything. The thing is when he says he did stuff before anyone else, he's not lying. And you can bet your ass that
Franklin. When he made the call to ban from China coming into this country,
it was Daniel.
Just like a few days after the first coronavirus victim was here. What was Joe Biden saying about Trump? Racist. What was about this far? The WHO was lying to everybody. So nobody knew what the shit this was. What else could Trump do?
All right, everybody. Alan, calm down. Alan, calm down.
He was listening. Fauci was lying his ass off, apparently. Everybody knew about their business.
Yeah. And so, that shit was coming
Trump
here.
Trump was listening to the professionals.
That shit was coming here no matter what. It took a little longer, but the same thing would have happened. The corona and the stimulus was all Nancy Pelosi. Trump has come out and said, I don't know how many times, he's ready to sign something. Nancy Pelosi wants to bail out cities like New York.
Oh yeah, just look over at France. France has an emergency. Their highest alert now because they're having all these beheadings. You don't want to build the wall, but that stops people that coming from Allah Akbar fucking places as well. We just cut the head off of some fucking nun, in a church. Come on.
No, that's true. That's true. We haven't had anything since he's been president for whatever reason. Listen, in hindsight, it's very easy to say you should have done this, you should have done that. As far as the stimulus, that's all Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi has added so much pork to the stimulus for her special interest groups, her democratically controlled, badly run cities, and everything else. Trump wanted a bill for just the American people. Even McConnell agreed with that, which amazing. Okay, but then the Republicans put out a bill with no check for anybody. So, and I think they're doing it again. In the end, the American people should get everything. They run the economy. What they buy dictates if these companies stay in business or not. Simple as that. But they won't do it. The government continuously bails out businesses that are run badly, frankly. Okay. I personally am never going to fly again in my lifetime. I don't believe so. I don't give two shits in a sandstorm if the airlines go out of business because of the ridiculous pricing and the ridiculous everything. Okay, I don't care. I don't care if Walmart goes out of business. I don't care if any of these big companies go out of business, like Apple or Google or any of them. Why are we bailing them out? They have billions of dollars. A lot of these big companies. Why are we bailing them out? Car companies go out of business. They're already too overpriced. Okay, all of them. Okay, 2 New Orleans cops shot in the French Quarter. They were ambushed. That's great. That's great. Democratically controlled city. Nancy Pelosi is the one.
And there you have it.
Is the Nancy
You know,
Pelosi?
the fucked up part is we're not even surprised about it. You know, 20, 30 years ago, this would be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Now
Mhm.
it's like, oh, you know,
Yep.
like whatever.
If I want comedy, I watch CNN and Fox. If I want news, I watch independent news sources and channels that don't have an agenda. I agree. There's so few of them. That's the sad part. Even just his rallies alone, they have the camera on him where you're supposed to kind of be, but in the end, they don't show the crowd, and then they go back to the TV station saying hardly anybody showed up. Our biggest enemies is number one, the American people who keep voting in the same asshats in the House, the Senate, so on and so forth. And the mainstream media, who the government is so corrupt, they could throw a rock, do an investigation, and start getting people kicked out of the government for corruption. Yet they don't do that. And I'm not talking about just Democrats, I'm talking about Democrats and Republicans, period. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Did
it
you
goes
see
both
that
ways.
Rudy Giuliani dust up with that Kennedy bitch and everything on the Fox yesterday?
Oh, I didn't see it, I heard about it. She kind of called, what she called him, Christopher Steele or something.
Yeah, he was like, "You're likening me to a fucking criminal." That's defamation. Um, he was like, "Our interview's over right now.
Yeah,
I will not stand for that kind of fucking slander."
yeah. I don't blame him.
I actually like that broad, but she's definitely out of line.
Yeah.
He said if she would apologize, he'd be all right with it, but I don't know what got up her asshole.
Pelosi doesn't want Trump to one-up her on the stimulus check, so she won't budge. Meanwhile, the American people are suffering while our crusty ass sitting on $450K a year. $450K a year is the least amount she makes. How many government contractors have she and Feinstein and people like that are all in bed together? Okay, directed government contracts to their husbands and so on and so forth. We were just discussing this the other night. Okay, for her yearly salary is like petty cash. Biden claims he's a Democrat, but yet to have call any of these Democrat-run cities, states to end the bullshit going on in their states. Exactly. Pelosi makes everything political. The coronavirus was political the second it got here and before. Before it got here, it became political because Pelosi was out in the street in Chinatown telling everybody that, come on down, have a great time, blah, blah. You name it, they were doing it. It became political. China let it go on purpose. I'm firmly convinced of that because China don't like Trump. And if you look back at exactly what was happening the day before all this happened, Trump was fighting them on the trade war, and the Hong Kong protests were out of control, and China was looking bad to the world. So they did this. They changed the narrative. They killed a bunch of people. But the minute that it came out, it became political on the Democrat side because they thought they could win by saying Trump did nothing. Trump did more than any Democrat would have ever done, and he done it sooner. I like that Giuliani guy. Yeah, I like Giuliani. He's all right. A little hyperbolic, and he enjoys. He's a camera whore, but I like him. He's all right. But the left media claim he's a Russian agent.
You know, I love Rudy. When he ran for president, I would have voted for him, but he bowed out. He's got too many skeletons.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not maybe not illegal, but you know, too many to be held up to the light of day. Rudy.
Yeah, probably.
Well, how many don't? How many don't?
Big
They've
fu-
all got skeletons.
Yeah,
Now,
big fu-
Rudy went into New York, cleaned that motherfucker up. He went to New York City and cleaned that shit right the fuck up.
Big Pharma is the reason
He
for the
didn't play.
coronavirus. One big money move. They're not the reason for the coronavirus. China is. However, they are the ones who want to make the money off it, which
Yeah,
is why
they're the recipient.
who is
They're the recipient.
who is
The
in
pros-
who is in China's back pocket? Big Pharma's back pocket. Fauci's in Big Pharma's back pocket. Big Pharma is behind everything that has to do with the medical field. And I got to tell you, I just went and got prescriptions for my wife today. It took a fucking Winn-Dixie bag to bring it home. That's what the medical field is. Something wrong with you? Yeah, we're not going to cure you, but we'll give you a pill for it. She takes really don't work. She's not going to get better. My wife and I used to go everywhere together and do everything together. And that don't happen no more. We were supposed to go vote today. We didn't get to go. She lives in pain that I can't take away. And believe me, it's hard to go through. It's hard to watch. I have no use for the medical profession. None.
Oh no, they dick you around nonstop. It's a money-making deal.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, case
They
in
always
point,
find something else wrong with you.
yeah, case in point, Nick's daughter with the cancer. They fucked her around
Exactly.
for the last, 3-4 months, 5 months, whatever it's been. And she still hasn't had what she needs,
At
which
least.
is the surgery. It's ridiculous.
Now I have an update, Jared.
Oh, good.
I have an update.
All right. Is this going to piss me off?
Now she did. Well, it was a good effort, but it just didn't work out for her.
Okay.
It wasn't her fault. I don't think it was the doctor's fault either. She went to the doctor, and it was after the chemo patch he put on her arm. Well, after a few days, it starts itching and burning, and so she can't take it off. So she called them and told them about it, and she goes through the chain of command and gets all the way up to somebody, and they literally told her, take that fucking shit off. It had burned her skin where it took the top layer of skin off. And she showed me the results. That shit wasn't good. Now, her other problem that I don't think anybody knows about, she's had other stomach problems for quite some time. She had her gallbladder removed and couldn't figure out why the hell every time she eats, it's a quick trip to the bathroom. She finally got a doctor that told her the symptoms before she even told him, and she said, that's exactly what it is. And they call it dumping syndrome. It's because she doesn't have a gallbladder. The bile is dumped into the colon and builds up and builds up and builds up, and it swells her and it hurts her. Yep. So they put her on medication for that, and we're going to see what happens. They're going to put her on that for a week and see if it straightens out for her. She's been suffering that for since she's got gallbladder.
Yeah, my wife has that sometimes also. She takes pills for it because she had her gallbladder out. One of the best hospitals in the world, they keep telling me. They do the surgery on her thyroid. Don't get it all. Got to do it twice. When I take her to the doctor, I don't even go in because I'll be screaming at somebody. Never failed. She had to have these shots to kill the pain in her arm from the fibro. So we come to find she was supposed to last a couple of hours, and she's supposed to keep a log on it to see if they should give her the second set of shots. But they didn't do that. They gave her the second set of shots first. They wanted to give her the first set of shots this yesterday, whatever it was. And I'm like, these people have no fucking clue. They have no fucking clue. One hand's doing it the other.
It did it all ass backwards. It did it all ass backwards.
Yep. And then they turn around and she goes to the doctor and goes, whatever. He won't allow her to smoke pot. Otherwise, he'll take her off of that pill. And she doesn't want to spend an entire day stoned out of her fucking mind. And if you go to the state to get a medical marijuana card, they take away your Second Amendment rights.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So now we're stuck in this cycle, nothing but pills. Well, it's her stuck in this cycle, really, because she's the one going through it. Okay, so that's one person. How many other millions of people are going through the same problem? It's not like we're the only ones, for sure. I mean, there are millions of other people going through the same fucking thing. Everything is a fucking pill. You've got 18-year-old kids today that live on Red Bull. Why does an 18-year-old kid have to live on Red Bull? You couldn't stop me at 18 years old from moving and doing stuff.
That is correct. You know, it's sad. You know, my dad has diabetes, and I mean, like insulin diabetes. And my mom and dad are both, they're retired. My dad's a retired police officer, so he gets that pension. My mom, retired administrator from nursing home, but all she gets is Social Security. Never a retirement plan with her.
Mm-hmm.
So dad gets a little bit of Social Security just to make up the difference. The Social Security cuts your shit. So they live on very limited income.
Right.
His insulin is over $700 a month.
Yep. That I have no doubt of. How in the fuck is anybody supposed to afford $700 a month?
Yes, especially somebody on limited income like that.
My wife takes it, but it's free.
Now, luckily, there's a program here in Eunice that my mom found out about, that he actually gets it for free.
Yeah.
But she donates money to the program, you know, for good faith.
Okay.
Not $700, but still.
My wife is on insulin. She gets it for free through a program through Shands Hospital. I'm telling you, Nick, go to the University of Louisiana or any of them big schools you got in Louisiana and see what, because a lot of time the drug companies have a lot of these programs that you can get it. It's insane what she has to go through every fucking month to get all this shit. And at this point, her diabetes is under control. But at one time, it was up to like 400 every day. It's under control now. But you can't go anywhere. It hurts too much. We're supposed to go see my father next weekend and come home the same day. I don't know how the fuck she's going to do it. I have no clue. I don't know if she's going to spend 10 hours in the fucking truck. She's tried CBD. She's tried all that. It doesn't work. The only thing that came close to working was actually the smoking of the pot. But seeing as how she can't do that without getting her other pill, which actually works, she hasn't done that. All that CBD shit, and all that everybody screams cures everything with the wagon with the miracle cure. It's not a miracle cure. Some people it works for, some it don't. Okay. And you'd be surprised how many people it don't work for. Now she has to find out if they can burn nerves.
Like one antibiotic might work, but not work for me.
Exactly.
I might be allergic to it.
Exactly. And a lot of stuff, my wife, she used to go to a pill mill doctor. Anything she wanted, he would give her. It's a real life doctor. Went to him for years. When I first met her, I don't remember why I went in the medicine cabinet for something she asked me for. And there was nothing but drugs in there. One time she was taking 3 of the same thing and wondering why she wanted to kill herself when we first moved here. Big Pharma.
Yeah, it becomes addictive.
Big Pharma is literally the worst fucking thing on the planet. They don't have any cures. They just have a.
Well, yeah.
All they got is they may keep you out of pain, or they may keep you from dying from it immediately, or whatever. But they really don't have any cures.
Like being a drug dealer, they keep you on the string. That's
Yep.
all they want to do with you.
Yep. We have a shop at cheaper in the CBD shop. I went there and I bought the cream and I bought the oil. It was like, I don't know, $75 or whatever it was. Neither one of them worked. Neither one. We have a pot dispensary in Gainesville. It's a huge place. But again, I'm not giving up my Second Amendment rights. And neither is she. Plus, you got to pay $275 every 6 months or 3 months to keep the license good. It's an interesting fucking deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask some of my visitors this weekend. You know the from the lockdown shit, they got all the weed dispensaries locked down. It's a weird thing going on here, but they're able to deliver. They're locked down, but they can deliver. But I'm not sure if they can. There's ones that are just recreational, ones that are medicinal, but I don't know. I'm kind of fucked. Somebody's gonna kick me down some gack here over the weekend. I gotta tell you.
I don't know about any of it. I just know that it's a never. It's like you're in a toilet, but you're not flushing because it's clogged and you're just going around in circles. There's no excuse for any of it. And these people, you're like a car going to. If you take your car to the mechanic, they care more about your car at that moment than these doctors seem to give a shit about the actual people. You know, they overbook all of them. They get in there for 5 minutes. They have no idea who you are from 1 month to the next. They're gonna look at your chart. Then they start asking you questions they've asked you 50 fucking times.
That is correct.
I cannot go in there. I don't go. I sit in the truck. That's what I do. I don't got air conditioning either in my truck. It's broke.
Yeah,
I sit in the
that's
fucking
what I
truck.
hate about doctors. It's like every time you go to see the same fucking doctor, he always acts like it's the first time he's ever seen you. Like,
Yep.
You don't know nothing about me. You don't remember me. You don't know nothing about me. You don't remember shit about me personally.
Yep.
What the fuck are you doing here, man?
It's almost like they could take 2 minutes to read your chart before they walk the fuck in the room to at least act like they know who you are. All right. My wife is on the phone.
Yeah.
In a 7-day week or 5-day work week, is on the phone 3 of those days with some doctor, some nurse, some fucking company, somebody trying to keep all this shit straight. There's no hope.
Yeah, I got lucky. My personal doctor, I grew up with him. We played baseball together. I used to go spend a night. It was all my ins and outs.
Right.
Not like that. He's an internal medicine guy.
Medical weed is a lot more potent.
Yeah, internal. That's what I'm saying over here. I hear things. You know what I mean?
My wife,
That's why he wanted me to shit in the box.
my wife is actually be an alcoholic. She does have tendencies, but she refuses to drink, and she doesn't like smoking pot all the time because she doesn't like losing control. My wife is one of those passive aggressive people sometimes who likes to get control. That's all wives are. Okay, sorry, but it's the truth. I gotta watch her when she walks down the
What
stairs.
did you say? The commandant? That's my wife.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta watch her when she walks down the few steps. we
How's
have
her
here.
car, man?
I gotta. She's not the same person anymore. And it's very frustrating. And I don't talk about it a lot because if I did, I would explode.
It's not easy to deal with when you have someone who's in pain and can't do anything about it.
And you know, the most important
I
thing,
mean, that was
yeah,
my grandfather.
the most important thing, Nick, you got to with your daughter is that you got to remember they're the one actually going through it. You know, it's not me.
Yeah.
It's not you. It's them. And there ain't shit you can do
Yeah, I
about
don't
it.
feel the pain.
No,
I have to hear about it, but I don't.
yeah. But it's also you can say things like if I could take the
You have
pain
to
from
look
you, I
up to the
would.
doctor.
But it doesn't work that way. Not unless you're in a movie.
Yeah, you leave it up to the doctors, and they give them a runaround.
Yep.
You know, look how long she's been dealing with this nonsense.
Yep. And it's like that with anyone who has to deal with someone who is sick all the time. You know, it's, and before you know it, you get into that groove where all you talk about is medical appointments, this doctor, that doctor. Because that's your wife. I don't know how the fuck I have gotten through the life I've led relatively healthy other than the arthritis that fucks me up. But I don't know. I don't know. And it's not like she's a bad person. This shit's karma. It ain't that way at all. She deserves better from life than this.
But it's like Jasmine.
Yep.
She's 24 years old.
Yep.
Give her a fucking break.
Yep.
Somebody give her a break.
Yep. 24. She ain't even
Kill
well.
a baby.
She's got kids and married and everything, so she has started living. But 24. She ain't done a lot of.
Oh. This will piss you off, yeah.
Oh, good.
She actually had to go get a job
All right.
because they cut her husband's hours because he works in the oil field. Cut his hours and cut his pay. Now, it's a good thing that he actually done a really good job. Because of my sister-in-law at the local hospital. Sister-in-law runs the whole office administration. Jasmine got like a receptionist job or office, something like that. So she's waiting to start that. She get all of her drug tests and everything. But that's sad when a mother of 3 or 5 go get a job for something that's in another problem.
He's got no son about us. I don't know if he was sick for a while. Unfortunately, I wouldn't know. She understands. I think most people probably one time or another probably dealt with something like that. Anyway, we're out of time. So, Jolene, yeah, definitely. There ain't a goddamn thing you can do. All I can do is get in the truck and point it towards Gainesville and get there. And then point it back towards home. Matt, you got any final words for us?
Yeah, I'll tell everybody happy Halloween. Or I know you're gonna go on tomorrow, Jerry,
Yeah,
as well.
we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday, right? Yeah, we'll be back. Yeah.
It is. That's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with my new doggy. He's looking right up at me, my doggy,
All
my
right.
Odie dog.
All right. Well, good for him. Probably saying, I know what with this guy.
Yeah, I'm hungry, bitch.
Yeah. Some water wasn't ready. All right, Nick, how about you?
You know, everything's gonna be okay. We pray. Pray that Biden don't get in office for sure. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night.
And, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. I actually shared it out. So we didn't know people. I do thank everybody who was here and commented. Good to see everybody as usual. And we will see you again tomorrow night. 7 p.m. Please stay vigilant. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Remember, it's amazing what you can do with your other choice. My name is Jerry. On behalf of Matty K and Nick Young, who did the